I welcome you to Information and Communication Technology Study made easy by Richard Amate. So, when we talk about bytes and megabytes, they are fundamental units of digital information. Understanding their relationship is crucial for managing storage, file sizes, and data transfer. As a student in ICT, you must have fair knowledge about this. So this lesson will guide you through the basics of converting byte to megabyte and provide practical applications as mentioned earlier. So let's try to understand the binary system. First, bits. Bit, as explained, represent a single character. So the binary system uses only 2 digits. When we say binary, we mean 2. So using 0 and 1, that is the binary, and this is called bits. When you take one of them, it's called bits, to represent all digital information. So, a review on bytes, as we've discussed before. A byte is a collection of 8 bits and is the basic unit of digital storage and memory. And then, where our interest is, will be the prefixes. So the prefixes, we have kilo, we have mega, we have giga, and as we go higher, we have tera. These ones are used to represent larger units of digital storage and data. Kilo, as explained, when the word kilo comes, we are talking about a multiples of thousands. Then mega, the multiples of millions. Then giga goes into billions, and we shall see how they relate to our lesson today. So let us quickly veer into the conversion formula. Basic thing we need to understand here is that 1024 bytes makes 1 kilobyte. Mind you, we made mention that 1000 means kilo, but here in ICT, the specific thing you need to grasp here is that when we say kilo, it doesn't mean exactly 1000. It is 1024. We can approximate it, but for the sake of your examination, you would have to pay attention. So to convert byte to kilobyte, what you do first is that you divide the number of bytes by 1024. So what I need you to keep in mind is that the basic unit here is 1024. The problem here is how many kilobytes are there in 2048 bytes. How do you go about this? We know the conversion rate is that 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024. So you just divide the byte value by 1024 as shown in the first step. So the second step, you substitute the value which was given, which is 2048 by 1024, and this gives us 2 kilobytes. So we continue, look at how to get it from kilobyte to megabyte. And here we are saying 1024 kilobytes gives us 1 megabyte. To convert kilobyte from kilobyte to megabyte, we divide the number of kilobytes by 1024. So do not forget that, as said earlier, you need to just take note of the basic units of conversion. So for example, you have to convert 5120 kilobytes to megabyte. Byte is equal to kilobyte divided by 1024. Substitute 5120 and you divide it by 1024, which gives you 5 kilobits. As I said earlier, you can pause this video at any time. You are converting from bytes to kilobyte, then from kilobyte to megabyte. So you multiply 1024 times 1024 before you can use it to come and divide the actual value here. So in calculation, when you have this, you divide 1000. We are saying that here in this case, first you convert from byte to kilobyte, then from kilobyte to megabyte, of which each value of conversion, what we are saying is that first you convert from byte to kilobyte, then from kilobyte to megabyte. So each conversion stage is having 1024. So that's why you have to multiply 1024 by another 1024 to get this. Then we can go ahead with our division. Then here, and this gives us a result of 5.57638 with other recurring figures. Then it's advisable to run it to 2 decimal places. Perhaps it can come in the question. So to run it, the final conversion is 5.58 megabytes. So we are still going on with an example of what we just did. Then how many gigabytes are there in 20,000 kilobytes? So as said earlier, you should know that it is not a direct conversion. So here you have to convert it from kilobyte to megabyte, then from megabyte to gigabyte. In that case, you would have to multiply the first kilobyte to 4. So that's why you have to multiply 1024 by another 1024 to get this. Then we can go ahead with our division. Then here you now divide the entire. When you divide, it will give you this one. If you feel like you want to approximate it, please learn how to approximate it, and do not do the approximation before you divide. Finish everything and you do your rounding up over here. Common byte to megabyte conversions that I need you to take note of. First, we have 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 bytes. Then 1 megabyte is equal to 1,048,576 bytes. Then 1 gigabyte is equal to 1,073,000,000 741,824 bytes. Hence you want to go higher, then go into the terabyte, then you would have 1,9,511,627,776. Well, you can keep this in mind, but you can just keep on multiplying in terms that the conversion are not closely related like megabyte and gigabyte, but it's from kilobyte to gigabyte straight, and you have to use the multiplication conversions. Then we look at approximate conversion. Here, this is where there is a little kind of deception, and that's where students make mistake. We are only saying that 1 megabyte is approximately 1000 kilobytes. We are not saying it's the exact fact. So for you to get the exact fact, that's what has been stated above. So as an IT student, you need to keep this in mind. Then the file sizes also. A typical document, which is 100 to 500 kilobytes, and a higher quality photo is 2 to 5 megabytes, and a 4K video is 5 to 20 gigabytes. Just look at where bytes and megabytes are applied and their conventions used. So they are used in storage management. Understanding bytes and megabytes helps determine file and storage requirements for devices, cloud services, and backup solutions. Then it's also applied in data transfer. Knowing file sizes in megabytes is crucial for estimating download times, internet bandwidth needs, and managing data caps. Then media encoding is where the idea or the concept of megabyte and byte are applied. Conversion skills are essential when working with audio, video, and image files to ensure they fit within storage and streaming constraints. Then programming. Developers. For programming, developers and programmers use byte and megabyte conversion to allocate memory sizes, code, and handle data efficiently in software applications when they are developing it. Let's look at potential sources of errors. Common errors that we do: the decimal versus binary. Remembering the difference between decimal powers of 10 and the binary powers of 10, that's a prefix, can lead to mistakes. Then rounding errors. Rounding the conversion result to the wrong number of decimal places can introduce inaccuracies. Then unit confusion. Mixing up units like kilobyte, megabyte, and gigabyte can lead to incorrect conversion. So if it's not direct, take your time. You can go back to the video, then you take your time, pause, go through, then do a lot of practicals on it, and you are good to go. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.